Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Play Command Mission Afrika Korps. The last episode, the Desert Fox Rommel was of course thinking about how to bypass this tremendous amount of British defenses that had been set up all around Tobruk. And I think that's the port city in Libya that is a critical objective for the Germans, running low on resources and men. So if they had a port city, then definitely more preferable to deliver the goods via ships. I know that they have Italy to their side, so I mean they have a lot of ports available for them to ship it, and they don't have to like go across Gibraltar or something like that. So yeah, I mean they want to take Tobruk, and in order to do that, Rommel wanted to flank the British defense, the strongest defended point, taking the southernmost or almost the southernmost point here called Blenheim. It's another strong point that the British had set up for months on end, but they didn't want to draw attention to it and went away from this place just because they don't want to I guess they don't want to appear as protecting this point for some reason. And Rommel took the bait, and he very aggressive disposition for the better part of his North African campaign, ordered his troops to attack and mount some kind of a blitzkrieg. Well, not really blitzkrieg because Stuka's missing so far in the action, so I hope that there will be some air support. But yeah, I mean we rushed toward this strong point, and unfortunately the British are in force as well, as you can see by the tremendous amount of tank presence. So yeah, it's shaping up to be a tank battle, and I'm not really good at tank battle if you have seen my past episodes on Command Mission. And Command Mission is more or less, I mean especially Beyond Overlord was more of a tactical game involving infantry. And tanks kind of gave me a lot of hard time because you get punished right away by setting in some wrong place. The line of sight is very important for both infantry and tanks, but if tanks make a mistake about what the line of sight will be, if I give a direction to a tank to go to a certain place, and the line of sight is not good, then it's basically good as dead. Just shooting apples, shooting fish at the bottom of the barrel. I don't know how to really describe it, but yeah, it's pretty bad. So there's like not really very little room for error. That's why I kind of struggle in armor fighting, but Afrika Korps is all about armor fighting, I think. In desert it's really flat, so infantry if they're spotted, they're basically they're basically dead. So you have to be very careful about how to use the armor now very effectively. And one thing to do is to use them, so time their advance right so both guns are available on the front lines as much as possible. But sometimes it doesn't really work out because, depending on the experience, they kind of arrive at a different time, like staggered formation. So, one or two guns will be spotted. Then it's going to be targeted piecemeal, and unfortunately that's what happened in the last episode, so I want to really stop that. So as you can see, this tank got off hand, advanced a bit forward, got shot, abandoned once again, and there's another one, I think it was abandoned. Yeah, it was I think lucky shot by the steward, but I got hit, and yeah, this tank got knocked out, unfortunately. So I lost around 4 tanks, and they lost some amount of stored tanks. I can't really tell for sure, but the problem for us is this M3 Grand tank, a variant of the M3 Lee tank. Kind of funny that they share the names of generals who fought in the Civil War in the United States. They're a really formidable tank, and as you can see they have double turret. Very peculiar shape to their chassis, but it's really effective weapon, especially against the Panzers 3 E's and J's so far from when I played of the missions. Yeah, so they have pretty good stopping power, especially the turret that is attached to the hull. And they also have a pretty good deterrent. I think this is more anti-infantry thing, and I don't think they can fire at the same time for double the firepower. Yeah, but if you're facing these guys, this is a pretty well defended tank from the front. As you can see, the turret on top has a green color, which means that it's one of the most well defended points. And I think they did it because it has a high profile, and basically asking for the Germans to shoot here, front turret penetration, because it's not going to be, well, I mean, it's going to be very well protected, first of all, and also it's not going to be critical for the tank to operate. It's an interesting design. I think one of the Churchill variant tanks also had two turrets, or 2 guns. Yeah, but we don't see them here. Most of the British tanks involved here is the Crusader and Valentine. I think Valentine is a bit better protected, but Crusader makes the lion's share of what the British are bringing. And so we have the reinforcements that arrive just in time to help us in defeating the, not Americans, but American tanks used by the British. And we have to target these guys and get rid of these guys at least, or push them away, so that the reinforcement is able to head toward this direction and attempt to outflank all the Grants that are now trying to dominate the center and overtake the hill here along with the objective. And on this side, I think at least these tanks are trying to aim at this bunch of Crusaders now, like racing down the road here. Yeah, there's 3, there's 1 Grant. This is a problem, but I'm gonna discuss it later. But yeah, these tanks are now racing toward us. Some of them are being targeted, some of them are attacking. And so you're going to face more tank action, definitely. And I think their strongest point is around here. Our strongest point is now right here. What's going to happen? Well, these guys will have to hold at least until the 88mm gets set up here at this point. Excuse me, I had a bit of a trouble with my throat. And if you see the line of sight here, yeah, you can definitely see down this road. It's a very interesting area to defend. At the same time, it's not able to see here, so there's no cover for any weapons that's going to be stationed here. And to think about that, about crossing the road perhaps, or trying to take the high hill here. Just have to be around this area, like this guy. He's able to now see, I think. Yeah, have to see at the same time, along with the 88 that I want to station, overlooking this area. But it's also going to, well, I mean, could also bring the Grant here and then target this tank. It's not done so far, and one of the sobering factors, even though it's hauled down and is able to target the Grant here, it's able to hit at least with 33% accuracy, but the kill, because that I think this is also hauled down, the kill percentage is rare. So yeah, it's not going to be really good for us. I mean, here I have less chance of hitting this guy at 18%, but kill chance is fair. Yeah, so I need to probably aim at one of these guys first. But I don't know if I can actually target it. I can target this guy, and maybe this guy is also try to hunt. This guy is trying to reverse, but I think it's time to, well, I mean, I don't know what I should be doing. Alright, so let's see. I'm just going to check and set up the whole thing. From here, you're able to also target. But how about if I cross the road and rotate? Maybe it's going to catch the attention of the Crusader and it's going to be exposed. I think that's the best chance that we have now in defending this area. And we also have some tanks in the left side also engaged in fighting with the Grant. Not a really good look, of course. the multiple grants now coming, so yeah, I really need to act fast or else I am risking certain defeat in the middle, which is not going to be good for us. Alright, how about this guy? Yeah, okay. This guy also has to move. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be good, but I need to do this. Definitely is going to be able to target. Alright, okay. Never mind this. I try to move this guy. Okay, see if I can target a bit better. In the side of the road. I think it's a little bit lighter textured ground, so it must be a bit higher ground. That's what I think. And also this guy could reverse and try to attain some high open ground. Yeah, this guy could fast move and check the LOS for us if they arrive in time. Alright, so I'm going to set up some positions here, give them some movement orders, and come back and tell you what happened. So this is the orders I've set up for next turn. All the infantry will move into the brush, trying to contest in the middle. I see a carrier now heading toward this area. So I don't know how the calculation works, but putting in more infantry, and some of these guys have anti-tank capabilities. So maybe my thought is that if I move these guys here and try to take some of these buildings, maybe it's gonna take attention away from our armor from... Well, I don't want to use the infantry as some kind of a distraction or shield for my armor. That should be the other way around, especially in the desert, but I don't know, just see what happens. I mean, I do already have some infantry here. They could take away some of the areas and sneak into some of the empty spaces. Could kind of, you know, act as a scout for us. So I try to sneak here. I kind of forgot about them, but let's sneak. And by the way, sneak is actually combined order for the original sneak order from Beyond Overlord and also crawl. So there's no crawl anymore. It's actually combined and rolled into one sneak command. And I was kind of wondering sometimes what sneak really does. I thought that it just means that the infantry are moving more slowly or kind of cautiously, but I think I agree with it, you know. I mean, crawling is basically automatically sneaking in terms of movement, so why not just roll it into one and then use some other order to... Yeah, use some order to... I mean, use the AI basically to give them a move order and they react accordingly. So if they're like, for example, cautious, they're going to move. I mean, they're okay now, but if they're under fire, then they'll be more cautious and move like they're sneaking. And here they're pinned, so they cannot even move. Anyways, the right side, which I have my highest hope on, riding the... Yeah, I'm just basically hoping that these guys will be able to break out here, finish up the store, and then ambush these guys and, you know, hit them from all sides. That's what I think is going to happen in the best case scenario. But as you can see, there are a lot more tanks coming. Yeah, so they're pretty smart about it. They're putting their fastest tank in order to flank us, and although it didn't really work, kind of divided our attention away from the main, you know, force here, but they're able to take the objectives. They're also reserving some of these squirt tanks in the back. Don't know whether they received them as reinforcement, but Yeah, I mean these guys could actually fill up the gaps as the yeah, I mean this is big problem. Yeah, but then they can actually fill the gaps as the need arise for the British, so they're being rather smart about it using the tanks. Yeah, here I'm just trying to get these guys out and then maybe help this reinforcement to advance up and try to hit them. Of course there are some tanks watching this area, so and they're both shooting at this tank. It's really far away, but I don't know what their position is. I'm also targeting them, and I'm hit rate is 1%, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they have any greater chance of hitting me as I have against them. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens, you know, let's see what happens. Yeah, this is, I think, I find this particular game in the series a lot more complicated than Beyond Overlord. I think it's a good thing, perhaps. Yeah. Please don't get killed. Side turret penetration. Okay. One casualty already. Knocked out. Uh-oh. Okay. That was already abandoned, so it's okay. No big loss. Okay. Yeah. Retreating back. And smoking this area because they're afraid of the N3 Grant. And they're being targeted by the Crusader, of course. Yeah, they're getting hit from the MG. Buttoned up. Please get destroyed. Too short. These two tanks still alive. Lost one man though. Okay, there's some choke. Oh, okay, so they're getting out of the Grant way. And this guy is now targeting the Crusader once again. The Crusader is trying to smoke our place where the tank was. Alright, so I saw some casualty happen, and there's some a lot of British tanks now on the horizon. Not a good look. And this guy's knocked out, unfortunately. Let's see what happened here. Oh, it's a Grant that killed it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he stopped and then was knocked out promptly. It's a bit of a mess. Okay. Now you gotta shoot the sword, but I don't know what happened. Yeah, you gotta shoot the sword. Everything's so short though. Every shot that they're shooting at the sword is too short. I thought the Germans had greater optics. I don't know what happened. Yeah, we are kind of like pushed back here, as you can see. Let's see from the start what happened. I pulled the martyrs to... Yeah, oh wow, they're attacked from the Grant. Right away. Oh, okay, casualty. It was lucky though, it could have been knocked out really fast. Yeah. Yeah, no serious damage. Oh my goodness, they're really lucky. But they're already broken though, you can see. Yeah, they're in big trouble, they're not shooting at anything. That's why that happened. Should have known better. They're going to be targeted from the very start. And gun damage, though they're lost, they're routed. The one martyr is lost. The one gun survived the ordeal. And I don't think they even have any machine guns, so they're useless. They moved out of position. And that was the PSW that was knocked out. And I moved these tanks out of position so they're no longer the target by the Grant. And this guy doesn't know what to do. He's shaken. And I think, yeah, one of the third tank that was targeted by these guys were knocked out. See? Yeah, he was trying to run away. He was trying to get out of the position. But one was hit and he was basically knocked out. So that was it for the sword. But here, I didn't know that they were going to be targeted by the Grant from the very start. And he was being targeted from multiple angles and their front was not showing. Their side was actually exposed, but I don't know what happened out of this exchange. Oh, okay, so this was not the tank, this was pistol. It's an easy target. So in the middle, they're being targeted by the tank, but they got out of the sight. This tank is knocked out, and it's still being able to shoot. I thought the German tanks had superior optics. I don't know what happened, but there was a 60 seconds. Yeah, so not a good outcome. Not a good outcome. We did destroy the store one, but yeah. What I need to do is to see whether I'll be able to target any of these guys with the 88. And I don't know what this guy is doing, but I specifically told this guy to travel around here so I can drop up the 88 around here, but it went some weird different way, so I don't know. Yeah, it needs to be deployed, and this guy is trying to shoot. 2 minutes left. Perhaps I should be targeting these guys. Yeah, so let's try to move this guy as well, and then... No, you know what? Let's just target this area. I was mistaken once again. Let's target this area. It's gonna take 5 minutes, so that is not going to be good. 5 minutes is not good. So let's reset. And one of the great functions for this, this version of combat mission is that you can press R and then it basically resets to where you're targeting in the first place, and you don't lose any time. So yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. And 114 blast, 4 tubes. So I think 4 tubes mean that every time it shoots, then it's going to go down by 4. So it's going to be able to hurl around 30 projectiles, and it's going to cover some good amount of target. So I'm kind of debating now. The thing is, can you embark on this? No, it's already filled up. So this guy should reverse, of course, and then this guy should disembark. Not being targeted by anybody, right? No. But yeah. I'm kind of thinking that Grant might be attracted to the reinforcements that we brought in, and then trying to attack this position. So if we are able to split the troops, that would be nice. So we're going to leave this guy to still fight the British here, and while we're trying to wait or displace from this smoke-filled area. And I think we already shot the smoke here. I don't know what's going to happen. What is this? Oh, okay. Yeah. I think it's going to be killed. I don't know, it was just blocking its way, maybe it was destroyed. So let's try to hunt a bit. And let's see if I can bring these guys up. Let's see. So to battle these guys, I need to bring the 88 here, but it's basically suicide. I believe 88 is going to really perform well when they're placed here. Yeah, you can see all the targets now under this guy's line of sight and blocked away from these guys. If we can dominate this area, then maybe we have chance in swamping the Grant and maybe eking out a bit of a land for ourselves here. And 88 is going to oversee at least this area, so if the Grant come here, then I'll be able to also target them. Now I'm shooting at this guy, but this guy really doesn't know what is up, I think. I'm going to give movement orders and come back. Yeah, it's going to be very complicated. I mean, you know, to my standard. And I just decided to keep these guys here instead of attacking here. I have like some targets that supposedly has good opportunity to take out one of these tanks. See, as you can see, hit 12%, kill okay, so I take that. And also here, kill actually good, so I take that. I really take it. That's what I'm trying to do. Try to take off this M3 Grant before, you know, dealing with the Stork. Now Stork is trying to attack this tank. Hopefully it's going to be able to withstand it from that distance. Yeah, really need to take at least one of these grants before they can combine their strength and make things really difficult for us. I don't think their big gun is able to target without rotating their tank, so I think we have some 1 or 2 shots at least before it takes notice and then decides to polarize us. So that's my hope. And here we are driven all the way back. We're not going back out of the map yet. This guy might do, because this guy is useless basically. The gun is damaged and they have no machine gun. They have no machine gun at all. I don't know, maybe it's oversight. Specifically a tank destroyer that could have been very important for us with its 4 tungsten shots, but yeah, I mean, just like beyond Overlord, the enemy is able to identify their imminent and greatest threat very well and was able to destroy one of these tank destroyers really fast. And now we have these Panzers that are not aiming safely, and very wisely the Stork tanks are hanging behind. We are able to take care of this guy, so at least, you know, the Stork is not able to outflank us. And now this guy is ready to well, I mean, they're ready to do something, but they need to move up, at least in this area, to take out or try to challenge the Grant, at least. And what I'm hoping is I'm hiding these tanks right now, so that we can move these guys out here, and then maybe the Grant move here, then I can probably attack them. And cover for these guys trying to move up and do their flanking maneuver. The infantry are actually trying to go into the building, although it's not going to be... Yeah, I think they'll be exposed, but I gave them the order to hide as soon as possible. Now these guys, yeah, as you can see, are trying to target the Grant and the middle. I'm giving orders for these guys to move across the road to target these guys if they're actually trying to come and take this objective. And also I'm giving the order, I don't know whether this is going to be safe, to move this damn truck into this area so that the 88 is going to have some higher ground so that they're able to target the storage at least. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's going to be targeted by this guy, but hopefully this guy is able to finish this guy off before this guy actually comes here. And this all depends on our variables. Okay, so let's go and see. I'm mostly interested in what is going to happen in the right side. Or the left side. Yeah, let's see what happens to this Grant. Hopefully it's gonna get destroyed. Hopefully. Yeah, now it's turning as it's turning. Please get destroyed, please. Oh man. Another tank, another Grant. We're in trouble. Yeah. Oh my god, it's knocked out. Oh, side turret hit, ricochet. No. Yeah, this is basically post. And now it is facing, yeah, it's going to be destroyed in short order. Oh my gosh. Okay, got damage, I guess. Okay, I think another kill confirmed. Knocked out, yeah. Oh my gosh. Not good at all. Yeah, so only one Panzer survives, and I wasn't able to get any kind of hit on this Grant. So I was hoping for some advance, and there's like a lot of things happen that doesn't really bode well for us. Wow, it's knocked out, and I think this is all okay. Okay, so this. Oh my gosh, we're targeted by the Grant. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty bad, but still surviving, but won't be for long. Just knocked out very quickly. And then I cannot really shoot at the turret at all. I mean, it's missing every time. Missing. Maybe because I'm moving or something, but you know. Oh, okay, so one call penetration, so that's good. Knocked out once again. 2 tanks knocked out on our side. I just can't believe how bad I'm performing right now. Yeah, it is just laughable. Yeah. It's already knocked out, but they're shooting just to make sure. Another one knocked out. I'm basically close to the right side. Yeah, it's gone. The brain is able to wipe the floor. So that's what happened. I mean, the worst case scenario happened here. Another one knocked out here. I don't know why I was knocked out, but someone bailing out? Immobile, yeah, it was basically knocked out. Oh my gosh. So I don't know what I'm going to do. There's a lot of infantry now, trying to spread out. Okay, well, I mean, it makes things at least simpler. Especially where things stand here. Let's rotate, and then reverse, and then maybe we need to shorten our line now. I don't think we're able to survive with these guys now having... I think this gun is damaged. I don't know what happened, but I cannot target anybody. Yeah, so it's damaged beyond repair. I think I knocked out some of the tanks, but... really bad result for us. I don't know what to do. The Grant was just... I don't know what happened, but Grant just wiped the floor and then destroyed the entire right side. And I'm still waiting for Stukas to come and destroy at least one of these guys, but I'm not really having any luck there. And this story is actually surviving. Three Grant here, 4 Grant. No, 3 Grant and 1 Crusader. 2 Grant here, so... I mean, I'm still aiming at somebody, but... I don't know. Yeah, I'm still aiming at somebody, but it's bailing out, so... Yeah, I guess we need to whittle down some of these guys first. At least, but I got wiped out here on the right side, so it's basically I have nothing to hope for. Maybe this guy's gonna get destroyed, just reversing out of the way. I think he's gonna get destroyed in the next turn. So only these tanks are remaining, basically, and a few scattered Panzers here. Okay, so we need to set up an ambush, and I wonder if I can actually make use of this guy. Yeah, I can make it debark, but I need to make sure that this moves into at least a position where I can hope to challenge this guy. It's too bad I cannot check the line of sight on this. I just moved this guy here. And then debark it as fast as possible. No, not even that. I move it here and then debark. Alright. Okay, so let's sneak and hide, of course. And I give the movement order and come back and show you guys what I did or what I have in plan. But you know, things are really looking bad for the Desert Fox, or not Fox, but Desert Fox Pups. Alright guys. Yeah, nothing much to do. I mean, these guys are waiting for their final push. Desperate push against M3 Grant if they actually try to take the objective here and try to rush and then, you know, pull a page out of one of those Russian tank tactics and try to rush them and then shoot them. If they're trying to move to their next objective or something, I'm not so sure what's going to happen. Hopefully, it's not going to be. I mean, it cannot get any worse than the last turn. So let's see what happens. I mean, this guy's actually trying to go and take opportunistic shots against some, what do you call it, stragglers. And this point is probably taken next turn. You know, and this guy's trying to sneak their way in, but I think he's going to get exposed very soon. This guy is not being shot at, so I guess it's good if they can actually make it through hot desert and try to hide in the building. And this guy has some anti-tank capabilities, so might be able to get away from it all if they actually sneak around here. I'm not so sure. And the mortar is, yeah, of course, trying to find open space. The HQ is pretty good. So if they are able to find what is happening here in the middle, maybe I can direct the mortar toward this area, and hopefully there will be some Stuka action. And these guys all, yeah, cruise from the destroyed tanks. Things are not really looking up, but let's see what's going to happen. I mean, it's not going to be, yeah, hopefully, you know, if it's going to be anything other than a victory, then I'll be able to at least take the most amount of tanks away from them. Yeah, I knocked out finally. There was a given, basically. This guy's not moving. I hope he moves. Not that far. And this guy's not targeting anything. This guy's not targeting anything. Not targeting anything, so that's good news, at least. Hit. Just hit. Yeah. I don't know what's happening on the right side. I don't want to even look. Something bad is happening. Oh, okay. My infantry probably is now. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, stop right now and disembark. Yeah, it's going back. I think that's probably the... okay. Broken, so I can't even control them. The Crusader is actually closing in, but he's being targeted by multiple tanks. And now this alien must depart. Must depart. And this guy is still cautious. Okay, so they're able to make their way. And of course, it's destroyed. Yeah, well, you know. And this sword, still all of them are surviving. I was not able to knock anything out. I understand, but it's disappointing to say the least. It's gone actually. This guy's actually half the map. Yeah, I just retreated right away. All gone. Wow. Yeah, penetration, but I don't know whether he was knocked down or not. And now he's being targeted by the Grant. Yeah, whatever you say. Doesn't sound really good, at least for us. Yeah, knocked out. It's gone. So this thing is shooting at something, but I don't know exactly what. And what is this? Knocked out, my goodness. Who knocked me out? It was a Grant, I think. Yeah, it was aiming. No, the store knocked me out. Oh my goodness. Good job, man. My god. No, it's not. It's something in the back. It was probably a Grant. Yeah, I think it was this guy who knocked me out. Ah. Just appeared out of nowhere and then just shot a first shot and knocked me out. Look at that. Just appeared out of nowhere, aimed, and knocked it out. Wow. Yes! Yes! Exactly. Yeah, so right side is basically wiped out. Wow, the Rancher is just so powerful. So powerful. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I'm being broken now. Yeah, this guy's broken. Being shot. How many turns left? I'm basically... I think I'm basically done for.